This is going to be an epic live stream, guys. I've also got a time challenge. So I'm going to give myself 30 minutes to build an Avengers hangar bay. And it is going to be humongous. This Avengers HQ you see there, it needs a bit of tweaking. Got the shape a bit wrong. And we're going to improve it, make it even better than it kind of looks already. And as you can see, I am on the A for Avengers. Hey there, how's it going?
Cool build.
Ah, thanks. Yes, the comments are working. Yeah. Yes. So yeah, let's take a look with Ultron here. See, one of the trickiest parts of the Avengers HQ, looking at it, is this little ramp into it, into the underground parking or whatever's underneath it. So I've had to try and pre-construct that up. We're going to come to that in another stream, I think, guys, and we're also going to come to building this whole thing in another stream, because we need to do some paths and path creators and stuff like that. So you're probably wondering, how do you get that A to look the way it does? Now it's not perfect, guys. I'm gonna you know, there's a few little bits that I've had to sacrifice. You can see a little bit sticking out there and a little bit sticking out there. It doesn't mean to say you guys can't tweak that yourselves. If I get the wand out, we've got paths underneath here, and this will all become apparent in a minute. What I want to do, what I really want to do, is to build the hangar bay. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Come on, Ultron. You wouldn't think Ultron would be helping the Avengers, but yeah, you guessed it, he is. So just over here, I've got a button, and this is hooked up to a timer. The timer is set for 30 minutes. Now you'll notice with the timer is done in seconds, so you have to know your times tables a little bit. So for 30 minutes, it would be 1,800 seconds. So yeah, worth remembering if you want to do a 30-minute challenge, which we're about to do, and I'm about to start it up. Okay, so when that timer ticks down to 0, guys, there's going to be a noise, and that will be time out, and I'll have to sign off because I'm doing this as a bit of a challenge. So I've pre-prepared these little pieces to build our hangar with. So we've got aqua stucco is the colour for that. That's going to be on the roof. Okay, and this is Hoth transport texture. But yeah, so we're gonna have to try and build that. Now that is set.
Hey PH, I caught your live show.
When the comments come through, it sounds a little bit like Stephen Hawking, blessed God rest his soul, and it does come through. It just sounds a bit odd, but okay, cool. Just turn my mic up. So we've got to build this. This is going to be 9 of these long. So I'm just going to try and gauge. I need a bit of a road in there eventually. So I need a bit of space. So what I might do is, and it'll also have a bit of a courtyard on the front of the hangar bay. So I'm going to just find myself a point where I'm happy with. And I can have a look there and see if I'm happy with that. I'm going to turn it that way. Okay, and there'll be a reason for that shortly. I'm going to start there, which gives me a bit of space for stuff in front of it. So I'm just going to go back. This looks a bit weird to start with. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Let's rotate that. That should hopefully fit there. And if I rotate it that way, it's smoothing in. So you can see the difference there. For more experienced builders, you do know this already probably. So you know, I'm just running over old ground, but we are building a huge hangar, so
it looks so cool.
Thanks. Well, it doesn't tell me in the comments to speech. It doesn't tell me who's saying it. So if you want to pop your name in, then I'll know who's saying it. And then I can check that. Okay, let's rotate that. Also, right, okay. So we've got a roof. We're going to 27 minutes to go. I better get my skates on here. Okay, right. So we're gonna just fill this in.
Professor Toybox here.
Hey, yeah, the professor's in. Sweet. Oh, guess what I forgot to do? I forgot to set the theme there. Alright, so yeah guys, when that's a novice mistake. I've got to find Aqua Stucco and set the theme. So if you bear with me a minute, we'll find that. That's the closest thing. When I looked on my reference picture, the roof looked kind of turquoise or teal, depending on what colour you call it. But I thought Aqua Stucco was about the closest one that I could find. So let's go try and find it. Sorry, I have to dig.
At least I got to watch before school.
Ah, yeah, cool. Okay, so I'm going to set the theme there. And then I'm going to fill this roof in. We will have to remove some of these. But you'll see why it's half-hour channel. It doesn't look like much at the minute, but you watch and see. We'll make this awesome. Okay. Can I go any quicker? Oh, no. Yeah, see, that's what happens sometimes. If you go nice and steady, you don't get that, but yeah, got to try and squeeze the gaps in. So here, what I'll do is I'm going to remove some of the ones in the middle at the end, but just want to fill the gaps, put a roof on it, give it a lid. It's quite a big structure. I mean, in the reference shot I've got, it's almost like Google Earth. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to actually pull all the details out, but we will give it our best shot, and we'll see what we can do with it. Okay. Now, by that Avengers logo, you might have noticed there's a switch there, or a button, sorry. And that's literally just to reset the paths, because sometimes strange things happen when you attach stuff to paths. It's always good to just have a little reset button somewhere nearby. It just resets everything for you. So, alright, so that's the basic shape of it. I think we counted 9 long, didn't we? Yes, and it's 4 wide. So scale wise, that shouldn't be too far off what the actual one is. Now we've got to figure a way to get this bad boy on. Okay, so these blocks, and you can see they're blended, so you don't get that edge. There's no hard edges. See that? And that's blended in just one into the next one, and that's blended in there. Okay, we blend it a little bit there. That's why we've got that little overlap there, guys. That's what that's all about, and that's why we've got that little strange bit at the end of the arrow. But you know, it's one of those things. So what I've had to do in the path there, if I go into the properties, let's have a look. Okay, so it's active off, and you don't have to worry about loops or anything like that, because you're just basically switching the thing off and attaching stuff to it. So auto start objects when connected off, so that's quite easy. And then what we do is we attach the blocks to those paths. So if I went into this block here, for instance, let's have a look. So properties, toy box path. Let's go down here. So it's all offset, look, horizontal offset. So you play with the offsets to fit it in. Don't have to worry about the loop, because you're not making it move along the path, so it should be fine. It's literally just the offsets you're looking at there. Okay, cool. So that's what I've done. I've done 3 paths making the shape of the A, and I've got to try and now move these paths over onto that roof. Now that's going to be fun, guys. Let's see if I can make it all fit. Now, on the hangar bay, in the picture I've got, it has a bit of a recess on the rebate on the front of the building. So I've got to try and set this in a bit, because it's quite a big A, that is. And also I just want to be maybe there instead, so I'm going to try that. Now we might have to just play around with it a little bit. As you can see, the blocks they're not moving right now at the moment. Okay, and really I should have built this in situ so you could see, but essentially it is just adding stuff to a path and making a shape out of it. The more you play around with it, the more you kind of see that is actually quite easy once you... Okay, so all the offsets will be from the green path point, so all I've got to do is try and line this up. Alright, okay. So see, this, yeah, see I've started that on that end as well. Sometimes if you start the path in a certain place, it just makes it a little bit easier for doing stuff like that. So yeah. Anyway, hope you guys are all safe and well. And that is one of the anthems of being in lockdown, I guess. But so that A there, right? Yeah, let's try it there. Now this could be funny, guys. I mean, if I then go and move all this, once I hit that switch, we might get a very strange A appear. But yeah. So you can see on the top of the roof of that building, guys, we've got aircon units. We're trying to make it look like an actual building. And we will come to that in another stream. 21 minutes to go. Oh, jeez. This is tense. Okay. Not as in like camping tents, just... Okay. Right, right, you can see I've offset that one a little bit that way, so I've got to try and estimate that a little bit. So this could be funny. It might even look better than it does there. I don't know. It probably won't. But yeah, that's where you need to just tweak it around a bit. Now you do have to experiment with stuff, guys. That's what the game's all about. Especially in the toy box, you've got to just give stuff a go and really do have a go and see what you can do. I get this weird feeling like I'm gonna have to do a lot of tweaking there. Hopefully I don't waste too much time doing that. If I do have a problem with it, I'll probably just leave it, come back to it and start building the rest of this hangar. So I've got 20 minutes to try and make something look quite nice and special. Okay. So you can have a little look back there. It looks quite nice actually. We've got the Interior Toys Avengers logo on there. So now we need to try and put that line across there. Right. Okay. Moment of truth. Let's see if I mess this up. Oh, it's not reset at all. Ah, right, okay. Alright, we'll have a look at that. What I'll have to do is reload the toy box at the end. So when the timer goes, I'll reload the toy box and see how that A came out. I might have to tweak that offline. But that's something you guys can do also. Okay. So we've got this little see this little crate here. I'm going to take that. But first I'm going to set my theme again. So we'd go to crate. Crate. Where are you? I wish there was an easier way to do the palette on this, just to get through the colours, but you know, it's one of those things. It's always the last one you find. Set the theme. Okay, cool. So I'm going to take that, and I'm going to just mark up where I want the front of the hangar to be. Now, it doesn't stick out far. So I just want it to be kind of, I'll stick it there because that will provide a nice shadow. So I'm just going to run that all the way along in that to start with. Okay, cool. Right. Now I need something like this. So if I place that down, I'll just place that down a sec. I'm just going to change the theme of that one as well. What do we go for, guys? I think I did find a nice one earlier. It doesn't want to be too chrome, you know. You don't want to outdo the main building there. So you have to think about, even if it is a different colour, sometimes you've got to think about how it looks and how you want the player to sort of view it. Tomorrowland tile. Look. See, that's a bit too futuristic for a hangar bay door. This one's a bit too Star Wars. Um, and this one's quite Tomorrowland. I think we're settled on Coruscant metal tile wasn't too bad for that one for hangar bay doors, because essentially they would slide, so you can get stuff out, you can get your jets in, your Quinjets in. So we're going to set the theme there. I think I'm going to roll with that one. And what can see is going to happen here. I've just started to see that it's going to happen too. Is that I'm going to end up covering those crates. So I'm going to put these into a position where I think I'm quite happy with them, and then I'm going to maybe just move those down a bit. Okay, so might not look like much at the moment. But want to just flick that round just to make it look like it's just partially open. So when the player goes in, you can maybe just see a bit of a jet in there or something like that. That's going to be pretty awesome. Okay, so what I'm going to do, just go back. And yeah, just need to set the theme again. Sometimes what's quickest, I mean I'm running out of time pretty quickly here. But when the timer goes, what we'll do is we'll just sort of have a bit of a summary of what's going on here. Again, I'm looking for that crate one, which is always a nuisance for some reason. This is going to be epic by the time I've finished it. And if you guys are following along, you know, I don't build a...
Poppa-H, I am sorry, but I have to catch my bus. Keep up the good work.
Oh, cheers, thank you. Thank you. Right, what we're going to do here, set the theme. And we're going to go across here. So you can see that's going to help us a little bit. Just show us where that is. Leave that one open. Okay, cool. What I'm going to do here is maybe put like a road that comes down into a lower level here, which kind of looks kind of cool. I'm just going to also, I think what we could do with doing is just maybe losing some of that eventually, but we'll come back to that. Okay, so essentially we're not too far off with that. Just want to make it so it looks like it's slid across from that gap like a sliding door. And if I take that, maybe I can just make that look a bit like that's part of that. You see how I'm sort of layering that backwards there? Just creates a little shadow. Do you see the shadow? That's nice. Okay, cool. Right, now what we need to do is to build a bit of terrain around it, and I've used the through the looking glass terrain here at the moment, and I think I'm going to stick with that too. So I just want to set the theme. Let's set the theme before we start. I just want to start building now backwards. Building backwards and start filling that area out of the back there. I don't want these huge blocks. I don't want those ones. Let's see if I can just, yeah, see if I can just trim it down a bit. Okay, now a lot of this area is going to be flat. Now that whole building over there I'm going to raise up, so the Avengers HQ there is going to be raised. Okay, yeah, so I need an area to put trees in and make a screen of trees, and Professor Toybox is very familiar with tree screening and does a very good job of it every time, and is a proper inspiration to me. So and the same goes for a lot of you guys creating. That you are an inspiration to me as well. So the derailment of 72 Pringles train was something I've never seen in this game before. It was something special. Like, my goodness, how does he manage that? Okay, so we've got that. So we've got a terrain. We've got a bit around it. We need to put a road down the side of it. So let's find some road. I'm so glad the comments to speech is working finally. That is so cool. It's really getting on my nerves, and then now all of a sudden it's working. And do you know what it did? Did it? It was changing my language to English United States. Did it? And for some reason, if you have English United Kingdom, it doesn't seem to want to play ball with you. So that's maybe what, if you are thinking about doing live streams yourself, that's definitely one to check your settings if you're from the UK. Okay, so let's go back up here. Now, what I would like to do is do a service entrance. Now, this is where my construction my construction skills come in, because a building like this, if you've ever been to a if you're in America, it'd be like a hardware store. You always have like an entrance where you can get a lorry around the back for deliveries and stuff like that. So when I say service entrance, that's what I mean. Okay, so maybe we'll put them a bit of a maybe they need a bit more space to turn. So that could be quite cool. Just all these little details. If you think about it, it makes sense. Maybe I'll just put, oh look, yeah, I'll try that, because that will kind of look okay when I get it sorted. Now at the front here, there's like a big what would you call it, like a concrete pad, I suppose, but what can we use instead? That's what we've got to ask ourselves. And there's also a lot of solar panels and stuff like that. Sorry, I was just trying to find the words. I was just trying to find the words, guys. But I think it's coming. It's coming. I'm not so sure on that one though. I think that needs to be a bit further down. So if I can just find something that's a bit more. Oh, now we're talking. That's bigger. That's more like it. Now if you look at, you can see the space I've got now from here to the Avengers HQ. I mean, we're going to have to do a bit to that, but yeah, that could be quite cool there. Just for the time being, I just wanted to sort of get my size right, really, with that. And if I put a couple of those in, maybe that.
Hello.
Hello. Maybe that will do it. Let's just change the theme on that one. Oh, I'm just a bit off, you can see. Let's just, if I theme all, I've got road round the back, but it doesn't matter. Whoa. That's starting to look like a hangar bay now. Now you've got a bit of, that's not just grass around it. You can start to see that actually, yeah, it does kind of look like one. 9 minutes to go. Jeez, come on. Let's have a look at that one for a laugh. Whoa, that's harmful on the eyes. Sorry, guys. Now, this is quite good for Avengers, but it's a bit much there. Okay. Incredibles. What do you guys think? Okay. What have we got there? Hey, that's not bad for that front bit at least. That kind of looks a bit... Yeah, I might roll with that. Let me just see if there's anything better. Basic. That's something I... Oh! Toy box roads. Thing is, I don't want this area to look like a road, so I'm going to go for Echo Base Trail. I think it's got a bit of detail in it, but I'm also going to have to change the majority, yeah, and then just change these. Yeah, so that's what I'll do. I'll go for let's try that one. Sorry guys. Oh, I'm just trying to find my majority colour for the roads, guys, so Do you know what? For the most part of it, it will be that. I think then what we'll do is we will change these to be that echo-based trail, wherever that's gone. Sorry, it can be a bit. It can be a bit like watching paint dry, watching me build, because I get so fussy when I start. But it does look like there's a hangar and the door's open. We're going to add a little bit more detail there. Just going to apply that, and then I'm going to move that onto it so we haven't got that gap. Now, this isn't going to be like a short series, guys. I'm going to try and do as many live streams on this as I can. Alright, so now we're in that. Oh, yeah, now that's starting to feel a bit more like it. And I'm just going to... Yes, luckily I've got that. And I'm going to just run that all the way around. Oh, I can't. I'm trying to do it because I'm against the clock now. It's going to be... How fast can I do it? You can probably hear my buttons mashing away. We can always change and add extra details. I think I'm starting to run out of time. So... ooh, this could present a little problem. So I might just swap that one.
You could use terrain with the theme set to Dusty Crop Hopper's runway to carve out a road.
Oh, Dusty Crop Hopper's runway. Yeah, that is one of the cool runway choices. Yeah, the road choices for Avengers is very much so Dusty Crop Hopper's runway, and I think we're going to end up doing a little bit of that when it comes to doing the actual pad outside the main headquarters itself, where you get the Quinjet sitting on it. I think what we're going to use is some radius curves, it's the tightest ones we can get, and make a bit of a pad there. I'm not going to try putting another Avengers logo in, but yeah, we will be using that as a texture. It is a really good texture. What we need to do, guys, is think about what texture is this inside as well, and I might need to just use like Darth Vader use the Imperial Space Station texture. Now if I can just remove that and just want to set my theme. I can always change that back at the end. I just want to set Imperial Space Station as my theme. Yeah, I knew it would do that. But yeah, okay. So I'm just going to plonk that down again just for a minute, because all I really wanted to do was to get some smaller ones in, like inside the actual structure itself, and that fits quite nicely there. So I think we'll go down the actual whole structure like that, and then when I go inside of it, it should look a lot nicer. And I think I'll just overlap that because you won't see it because of the road. Can I stick another one in there and then just change that back to yeah, so I'm gonna have to, yeah, what I could do is just stick that down, just sort that one out. We don't want that. Let's change that. And where were we? Not World of the Wisps, it is Through the Looking Glass. We've only got 3 minutes 52, guys. We'll hear the noise when that timer runs out. Alright, so when I change that one now, it's on that. Set the theme. Yes. Okay, so yeah, we're not looking at the at that bad boy today, as you can see over there, the actual building itself. That's pre-prepared. That's kind of a first draft, guys. We want to make it better than that. We can make it better than that. There's a few bits that I really do want to try and get all the main details, and I think the cladding around the building just needed to be changed a little bit.
Very cool. I'll check it out more after work. Keep
Cool.
up the great work.
Cheers.
Really
Thank you.
enjoy the channel.
Well, thank you. I'm so glad I'm getting those comments to speech. Right, I'm going to have a little look inside this hangar. Okay. Okay, it might be powered this time, guys. Okay, look at the floor, nice and shiny. That's what you want. So we can fill this out with loads of details. Once you've got your shell, you can fill it all out. Let's see where that Avengers going to pop up. Probably on the roof. Let's have a look. But don't worry about the little gaps there. I'm sure we can do something about that afterwards. We can pull them in a bit tighter. There it is! Okay, cool. Can I fly this through that door? Alright, because I've been building for a while now. I'm going to need to try and do something. Oh, nice. Okay, full speed. Yeah, you reckon I can do it? Yes, he's in. That's perfect. That's what you want. You want to be able to do crazy little stuff like that. Okay. I do like the Avenger. Oh, just about. Right, so yeah, let's have a look. Because what we got, we're going to have this approximately.
Nice flying.
Thank you. It's a nice jet, actually. I'm not so sure if there's a Quinjet in the actual power disc, like a proper Quinjet.
How did you get that? Emoji face with open mouth. Emoji grin.
I just put a power disc on for that. It's called the Avengers. If you're not aware of that one, I've got a minute, guys, to make this look a bit nicer than just a box. So I'm gonna go for it now. In platforming toys, let's have a look and see. Oh, I hope I can beat that alarm. Let's try and find something that just makes it look, just doesn't look industrial enough for a hanger to me at the minute. And that'll fit quite nicely there. It just breaks that line up as you look at the top. Maybe go a bit big. We can afford to go bigger there, I think. Okay, so I'm just going to pop them all the way across. And keep an eye on that memory on the right hand side as well. Looks more like a hanger already, huh? What do you think? Yeah, that's more like it. 22 seconds, guys. I don't think I can do much else in 22 seconds. Let's see if I can. Got any small ones? These small. Oh, maybe we could put some of those across. I don't know. That would maybe give it another element of looking like it could slide. So I might just see if. Oh, timer! Oh, dudes. I'm gonna finish what I started there. Okay, I'll leave it grey. That's all right. It's a bit more interesting than not having anything there at all. Okay, cool. So yeah, I've got a bit of a hang about it. I think I just need to tidy this up on the next stream. But if you stick with me a minute, I'm just going to reload this map. I'm going to save it, and if you're building along, also save it. You should have something just like this at the minute, which should be pretty cool. And then we'll eventually look at doing this bad boy. So I'll just have a. The timer's gone, so building is stopping, but we can always have a little look around. Now I've made a bit of a mistake with the shape of this, and it's quite a major mistake. Even though it looks all right, I want it to be as accurate as possible. So see where this ramp is here. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing there. Yeah, the whole roof should come down like that there, and likewise on the other side, and then that changes everything there. So we really do. This is going to be quite an intense, quite an intense build procedure just to redo all of this. But we can use most of it again, so it'll be really easy to look at. In that respect, it's just there's a few edits I need to do maybe offline to get that up to speed for you guys. So let's save it. Okay, Avengers Initiative. Okay. Oh, you can see a few of my other secret projects and some of my kids' projects there. Okay, cool. I'm sure you'll like the Floor is Lava one when that's ready. If you're a fan of the show, you'll like the Floor is Lava challenge.
Disneyland. Emoji smiling face with open mouth. Yay. We get to see your toy box projects.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. There's no hiding them there. There's no hiding them, guys. Okay. Let's just load up from the toy box saves. K from experience. That's my boys doing the Aladdin one. Okay. Let's have a look at this. And hopefully that A has moved over. It might be an absolute mess. But we have to see. We have to see if we've got to do anything there. So we're treated to a screen of Mickey Mouse. He looks like he's having a wicked time. Okay, I'm hoping that A has now moved to that building. And ooh. It's a moment of truth. Ooh. Is it? Oh. Oh. Oh man. If that doesn't work, I'll have to redo that on the next stream. Oh. There's a huge...
You've seen my power and can't resist its call.
Oh, okay. Let me just see. I might just have to get that somewhere nearby over there now. So I've got a switch hooked up just to reset and stop all those... Well, there's only 3 paths. It's not anything too fancy pants, to be honest. But now we've got to see. This is all in bits. Is it all in random bits? Okay. Let's see what happens. That's not putting me off at the minute, guys. I made a beautiful A, as you saw at the beginning of the stream, if you've been... Oh, man. That has literally just messed it. Messed it up. Okay. That is unfortunate. I think what's happened there is I've got my paths muddled or something. That one looks okay. This one here. I think I've got my paths muddled somewhere. Right. Okay, we'll have a look at some, maybe a couple of other toy boxes whilst we're on, because and I wouldn't worry too much about this. Horizontal. Ah, look, all the offsets have completely gone to 0. So I might just have to do that again. But the colour for that A is chrome in the colour palette, just so you know. Oh, what a shame. That's all just kind of... I bet that's happened with all of them. Oh, I can't leave it like that. Oh, I can't leave it like that. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's see. New logic connection. Oh, hang on. It has got a logic connection to the toy box power. Right. Okay. So that one might be alright. Properties, toy box power, and that one doesn't have any offsets. Okay. This one is a horizontal. Right. Okay. It just looks like it's all twisted and shifted around. So let's just see in the properties. If I start changing the properties. I'm going to just move that. Yeah. See. Blending that in. Okay. Has that done it? Right. It's getting there. It's getting there. That's going to take a bit of tweaking, guys. But you can see what I'm doing. Let's find the other part of that arrow, which is quite confusing now. Ah. Right, okay. Properties, new path connection, new logic connection. Ooh, hang on. What's that all about? That's really throwing me off now, guys. I thought that would work. But, yeah, sometimes it doesn't go your way, does it? So, Do you know what? If I delete the link, that'll end up back over there, won't it? We're just going to see if that's what's happened. Yeah, look, see, it's landed in its original spot, so that might just help me for a minute. Yeah, that's a bit of tweaking offline, I think, guys, but you can see what I was doing there. So if I go new path connection, oh, I could just go into Spark mode for that, couldn't I? In fact, I might just carry it over. See, we're starting to see sometimes, you know, you can build as well as you like, but sometimes if you're on a live stream it doesn't go your way at all. But you can see if once I budge that over and centre that up, that should look pretty nice. I think I just need to budge it all over like a block, so that's actually there. That would look really cool. Right, let's watch what happens. Right, I'm just going to come under here for a minute. I need to understand this because that I thought that would be a straightforward job. Yeah, and I've done a lot of path work, but I just haven't done it quite like that before. Yeah, can be a fiddly job. Can be a fiddly job, guys. Properties, toy box path. Yeah, we want it in there. Also want it. Yeah, sadly you have to do that if you want to get rid of that line there, which I don't like. I'd rather have that than have that. So, yeah. That's just one of those things, personal preference and all that. So, right. Yeah, I think. Shoot. Yeah. It has just chucked it all out into loads of little pieces. Oh well. Right. Right, I'm going to see if I can just edit this. Yeah, we can set it down a little bit further as well. It doesn't have to stick out quite so high, so you can change the vertical offset. Right, that needs to go and line up with that, doesn't it? So, yeah. And then bring it back in. Okay, starting to shape up again. I might just try and do it that way, guys, and just edit the offsets from where they are as they sit now. Because properties, toolbox path. Yeah, I think it's not far off that way. I think I wanted that there, to be honest. So, yeah, cool. I'm just going to edit this in the properties because they've already been attached to the path. They've just spread themselves out all over the place. Right. Just there. And now we'll go for rotation. See if we can just rotate that. Sweet. Yes. And I think I will end up doing that. I just need to sort out their position first. Forward, backward, offset. Yeah, that's not bad. I'll take that. The A is coming back together again. That, do you know, the position of that is actually pretty decent.
Who's your favorite Marvel character?
Oh, do you know my favourite Marvel character used to be Wolverine years ago? But, yeah, sadly he's not in this game. I would have been very happy. But like the original, like X-Men version, I like him in his brown and yellow outfit too, not the blue and yellow. It's a bit more retro, but I just prefer that colour costume on him. Yeah, when I was younger, I used to like have loads of Wolverine comics, so I'd probably say that Wolverine is one of my favourites. But you can hop in and out of your favourites, so okay, let's just whiz that along and try and fill that gap at the top. That's cool.
Cool. Mine is Hawkeye.
Hawkeye. Oh, is it? Bear with me a minute. I've got a dude. Ultron can be swapped for Hawkeye because I've been playing as him just recently. Yeah, he's one of my favourites too. So let me just come out of that for a minute and we'll have Hawkeye. Okay.
Couldn't stay away, huh?
There we are. Okay. So for that, I think if I nudge this over, I can see this line I'm on here. That is essentially the centre line of that building. So see, if I nudge it over a block, everything should look a bit nicer. So I might just do that right now and drop everything at the same time. So essentially I'm not building, I'm just putting right what went wrong. So the timer has gone, there's no more building commencing. So but yeah, we are looking at fault finding and doing stuff like that. Toy box path. Now this, see how that just sits right up. It just sits right where you don't want it. I'm going to drop it one and I'm going to go the other way, and we need to come out about a block, so I'm going to bring it out to there. Okay, now when I move everything else over to that should pull everything right then, hopefully. So properties, I will check that offline as well just to make sure that it's vertical offset. Yeah, we'll drop that. Don't want to change the horizontal, just to forwards, backwards. So there's a little gap there. Yeah, nice. Yeah, it's a bit painstaking sometimes, but that's what you get with the pad. Yeah, I do have to have a bit of patience with it. And we're going to just vertical offset that down. Oh, it's gone completely. There we are. Okay. And yeah, let's move that over. Vertical offset straight away, just drop it down. -1. And that just blends that in nicely there. And if I go too far, it goes out the other side of the arrow, so I have to settle for that. You've got to make a bit of a call yourself sometimes as to what you're prepared to be happy with. Okay. Toy box path. Let's just. Now the reason I put that timer in, guys, was just to try and keep control of the time on the stream, because it is easy to let it run away with you, and I think this is starting to run away with me a little bit now. But I can't leave it in the state it was in. It's slightly disappointing because I wanted it to run smoothly, but never mind. We have a pretty flipping awesome hangar bay. So just change that. So yeah, I just want to let you know, guys, that the inspiration for this comes from a YouTuber called Macamates, who does Fortnite creative. He managed to do it in Fortnite in 4 hours with the help of a few other YouTubers, and his videos are amazing. But I just really wanted to try and get this in because we've got the Avengers, and we just needed to have somewhere for them to hang out, other than that crazy tiny Avengers tower that they've got in the game. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm hoping this solves our problems, and then we're okay. And let's just drop that one. Now all that's got to come over a block as well, but they're nice big pieces, so that's alright. Shouldn't take too long to do that. So aiming for that A shape, but I think I'm going to have to just go a little bit that way. I think I might have just got my angles off there, and so I'm just going to try and push it up. And yeah, that was about right. And then vertical offset down. Oh. Yeah, I think I might just need to look at that block at the end there one more time. I think I've pushed it over just a little bit too far, maybe. See if I can nudge it that way. Yeah. Yeah, see, that's where you get that annoying little line. Okay. What I'll do is I'll just push that other one up into it, so that little shape disappears a little bit more. Ah, right. Saying ah is like a huge A. Yeah, that's not right. I think what I can do there is stick another. Might have to stick another block in. Right, let's just see what happens when we move the other one. I'm going to do that. Just chuck another block in there just to fill the gap. Okay, vertical offset. Just try and now we're seeing what's going on there. Need to be out that way a little bit more, or that other one needs to be into the arrow more. One of the all to do with angles there, because you're starting to look at starting to look more into the angles of everything. So let's try that. We've got 2 blocks here that just need to be edited. Okay, cool. So for the first live stream on this one, not too bad. A little bit of an issue. I can't even see where that's going then. But you know, these things do come with their unique set of issues. You know, I can't see that one. I don't know if it's gone. I should see that line just disappear. See it? Just there, just yeah, okay. So I've blended that in again. That's I think we just need to adjust our line there slightly. Okay. It is a bit like watching paint dry, guys. I do apologise for that. Go the other way. I could just do why that's thrown me a bit, because before that was like just 2 blocks at the end. And everything's fitting nicely that side. So I'm gonna get another block and I'm just gonna stick it on fresh. just a plain block. Okay. Let's change the colour of it. Chrome. Right, where are you, Chrome? Actually, I think it's the other way. Sorry, dudes. There it is. Okay, apply. New path connection. Yeah, something not quite right there. I will have to look at that offline though. I think it's to do with the positioning of this. Let's just make the connection. Toybox path. Alright, as you can see, it's quite easy to spot that now. So I'm going to leave it vertically as it is. And then we're going to move it. If there's anyone in there, give us a shout, because ooh, that's a bit better, is it? Let's have a look. Okay. Yeah, not bad, not bad. I haven't got the circle there. But, you know, that's the price you pay. But we do have a hangar bay with a huge A on the top of it for Avengers, and it shines in the sun. Yes. It's actually, with a bit of patience and sticking with it, I've managed to sort that out. So let's have a look at where those paths are as well, so you guys can. You guys might have to just experiment with that one a little bit, because it's a new one on me as well. That. Okay, cool. Okay. Phase 1 is done. Okay. And we'll save that in a minute. And that's it. Okay, guys. Thanks for joining me on the channel today. It's been a pleasure. And I'm really glad to know that the comments to speech is working. Just a quick reminder is just tell me who you are, because if a comment comes through, it could be from anyone. Just sort of put your name, and that really helps me at this end. Okay. Yeah, live stream noob. But yeah, we are creating something epic. So yeah. Oh, okay, cool. So that's what you guys should be doing as well. Just if you're following along, just make sure you save it where you see me saving it, and you shouldn't go far wrong with that. Yeah, see all these Asgard things? They're gonna go. They're just to make it look pretty. But yeah, we're gonna make it look a whole lot prettier than this. But we do need some actual structures around the place. So it's gonna take a while, but you know, Rome wasn't built in a day. And the Avengers HQ certainly wasn't either. So yeah, let's just fly. I've got to do a flyby. Oh yeah, that is awesome. That is awesome. You know, sometimes when you surprise yourself, I'm having one of those moments. I'm like flying in through the hangar. Can I do it now? Oh no, I can't anymore. I've been blocked. I bet I could with a decent run up. Oh, okay. Now imagine there's a few bad guys here. I think we're going to go for Ronin. Ronin attacking, maybe a race around the whole HQ itself, and some mini games, and look, a really cool hangout place with some battles. It does promise to be a lot better than it is right now. As you can see underneath here, we've got a bit of tidying up to do, but when we fit this place out, and we'll just put a few little details in, I think we'll just put a ceiling in there so you just can't see that. Yeah, cool. And we have got a bit of detail to do around the sides and stuff like that as well. But we'll try and just get the basics in first, and then concentrate on detailing at the end, and just see what we're like from memory. What are we like from memory here? Not bad, not bad. I think we'll be okay as long as we don't go too crazy. Sweet. Okay, thanks for joining, guys. Sorry I sound like I've got a cold, because I have. And hopefully you join me on the next one. Okay, cheers, and thank you very much.